In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and empty, and darkness covered the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. He separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was evening and there was morning the first day. God said, "Let there be a space between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the space and separated the water under the space from the water above it. And it was so. God called the space heaven. There was evening and there was morning the second day. God said, "Let the waters under the heavens gather together in one place, and let dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. God said, "Let the earth bring forth plants yielding seed, and trees bearing fruit, each according to their kind." And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation and trees with seed in their fruit, each according to their kind. And God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning the third day. God said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them mark signs and seasons and days and years. Let them give light upon the earth." And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the sky to give light on the earth and to rule over the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning the fourth day. God said, "Let the waters bring forth living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky." So God created great sea creatures, and every living thing that moves in the water, and every bird according to their kind. God saw that it was good, and God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth." There was evening and there was morning the fifth day. God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kind, livestock and creeping things and wild animals." And it was so. God made the animals each according to their kind, and God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image after our likeness. Let them have rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air and the livestock and over all the earth and every creeping thing." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. And God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky, and every living thing that moves on the earth." God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant with seed on the face of the earth, and every tree with fruit for food. And to every beast and bird and creeping thing with breath, I have given every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. There was evening and there was morning the sixth day, the seventh day. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all their host. On the seventh day God finished his work, and he rested. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work he had done in creation, the creation of man and woman. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created, when the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. No bush of the field had yet grown, and no rain had fallen, and there was no man to work the ground. But a mist rose up from the land and watered the ground. Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the earth and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. The Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east and put the man there. He caused every tree pleasant to the eye and good for food to grow there. The tree of life was in the center of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden and divided into 4 rivers. The first was Pishon, that flowed around the land of Havilah, where there is gold. The second was Gihon, that flowed around the land of Cush. The third was the Tigris, which runs east of Assyria. And the fourth was the Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the garden to work and care for it. And he said, "You may freely eat from every tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For in the day you eat of it, you will surely die." The Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper for him." Out of the ground the Lord God formed every animal and every bird, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. Whatever the man called each creature became its name. But no helper was found for the man. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. And while he slept, he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh. The Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken and brought her to the man. The man said, "This at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed.